In the case of child actor Harold Lemaire, sensational star of The Little Monster, this reporter would like to point with pride to the man behind the boy, Peter Sands. Smart agenting Pete.
And now the girl behind the man behind the boy is going to get behind a steak.
Is that all, Miss McNamara?
No, I might have a shrimp cocktail and a piece of pie. I have a B.I.G. lunch date, in case you haven't noticed.
I mean, is that all you have to say about my newspaper item?
Mr. Sands, I am of the opinion that altogether too much has already been said about you and me and Harold and how very bright we all are.
And just what do you mean by that?
Well, Harold isn't even 10 yet. And his suddenly becoming the sacred calf of the Great White Way has him flying pretty high.
So let him sail.
Right out of this world? Sands, I have worked much too hard trying to keep that little genius in this world.
Yeah?
I know how very, very busy you are, Mr. Sands. But Mrs. Darling and Dickie are back again.
Oh, no.
I'm awfully sorry, Mrs. Darling, but I'm afraid it's going to be quite a while.
Oh, that's all right. Dickie and I understand that in the theater one must suffer.
I'm hungry.
Dickie, for shame. Do you think Harold Lemaire ever put food before his career?
Please, Susie, how am I ever going to get out for lunch?
Oh, lunch, my goodness. Whew, my date will be here any minute.
Now, wait a minute. You're not going to leave me here trapped with that lioness and her cub holding me at bay, are you?
All right, Mr. Sands. I'll try to stampede the herd.
Thank you.
Hello, Mrs. Darling.
Oh, Miss McNamara. Dickie, say hello to Miss McNamara.
Hello, Dickie. I hope we're not keeping you awake.
He's a little tired today.
Well, that wad of gum would wear anybody down.
Come on, darling. Recite Hiawatha for Miss McNamara.
Well, no, thank you, Mrs. Darling. We sailed down the Gitche Gumee the last time you were here, remember? And thanks.
Miss McNamara, my Dickie's just another Harold Lemaire. That's what he is.
Another Harold Lemaire? In the same generation? I think that's highly improbable.
Harold.
The one and only. Are you ready to dine, Miss McNamara?
Dickie, look, it's Harold Lemaire. It's really him.
It is really he. Come, Miss McNamara, it's 12:15. My fans gather.
Yes, your lordship.
Mr. Lemaire, we saw you in The Little Monster, and believe me, we thought you were absolutely marvelous.
Why shouldn't I believe you? Yours is the usual reaction.
Well, now let's all ride down in the elevator together. Won't that be fun?
Dickie, we're going to ride on an elevator with
Yes.
Mr. Lemaire.
Now, Dickie, go ahead. You make it. Go on, Mrs. Darling. Tell Minnie Mouse that the cat is gone.
What? Oh.
Age before actors, girls before boys.
Well, Miss McNamara, sometimes you forget just who I am.
Oh, no, I don't. You're Harold Lemaire, boy actor, and I'm your date. Well, come on, date. I'm starved.
2 menus, 2 autographs. There you are, my good man.
Thank you, Mr. Lemaire.
I'm sorry we've had so many interruptions, Miss McNamara. I hope they didn't spoil your lunch.
Oh, nothing spoils my lunch.
And the table was all right?
Yes, it was pretty sturdy.
I meant you liked this section of the room. It's the very best, you know.
No, I didn't know. You mean we get the Gulf breeze here or something?
No, everybody sees you when you sit here.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'd take my elbows off the table if I were you.
Susie, you still treat me like a child.
Well,
do you see how they bowed and scraped when I entered? And didn't you hear that lady say the play would be absolutely nothing without me?
Harold, no one person makes a play. A play, like most everything in life, is a group effort.
I suppose you think just anyone could do what I do.
I didn't say that.
You never say how good I am in it either.
Well, you never give me a chance to. You always say it first.
Uh-huh. Looks like Foxy's having some trouble with a kid.
I hear the kid's crazy for Foxy.
Ben, the kid's 9 years old. What does he know from dames? What he needs is a big brother, a pal, a playmate. For 10% of his salary, oh, what a playmate I could be. What are you doing?
Stop drooling, Cagey. You haven't got a chance. Sands got them all signed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I want you to whip up something special, something with a lot of goo and strawberries and cherries, ice cream. You know what I mean? The works. And present it to Mr. Lemaire with my compliments. Tell him it's from Mr. Michael J. Calhoun, a desperate admirer.
Very good, sir. Compliments of Mr. Calhoun, and I quote, a desperate admirer.
Well, he's desperate, all right. Well, the nerve of him. He knows very well that you're signed with us.
Well, they only sent me some ice cream.
But $2 worth. With Cagey, anything over 35 cents is wooing.
You don't think he'd like to be my agent?
Well, who wouldn't?
Well, the way you talk, no one would ever think I was anything special.
You're working. For Cagey, that's special.
Would you please ask Mr. Calhoun to join us?
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, Harold, I know this is your party, but...
Miss McNamara, you're not afraid for a little old doll, no talent me to talk to?
Little old doll, no talent Cagey? No. This dialogue I wouldn't miss.
Foxy? How are you, Sonny? Cute little tyke, ain't he?
No, Mr. Calhoun, mustn't touch.
I don't believe you two have met, Mr. Lemaire, Mr. Calhoun.
Yes, indeed. It certainly is a pleasure. You know, I seen you act, Sonny, and believe me, kid, you got it.
And we're going to keep it.
Foxy is sharp as ever. When you sending him to the coast?
The coast?
Yeah, Hollywood, son. Oh, you'll love it out there. Plenty of sunshine and trees. A boy like you could certainly grow up out west.
Well, thank you, Horace Greeley.
Am I going to Hollywood, Miss McNamara?
You know, Foxy, I hate to insinuate that you've been a little lax in the handling of Harold's career, but after all, you gotta remember, kids are different from people.
Well, now, there's a thought.
You might say they're well...
Younger, for one thing?
Yeah. But even more than that, I would say that they're...
Smaller.
Yeah.
Gee, I sure wish I had a pencil to jot this all down.
Don't worry about it, kid. Old Cagey's got it all right up here.
Embedded in solid rock.
I know. Let's play Let's Pretend. And let's pretend Mr. Cagey's my agent.
Now, I'll tell you what I'd do if I was your agent, kid. I'd pull you out of that play. I think you had it.
Oh, and what about the rest of the people and the cast and the crew and the backers? Have they had it too?
Oh, well, surely no play depends on one person alone. Why, you don't think the play would close if I left it?
I think we all can be replaced, Harold.
Does that include agents, Miss McNamara?
Come on, Harold, I think we should go.
Oh, gee, can't we stay and play some more with Cagey?
Sure, Foxy. What's your rush?
Well, you boys can stay here and play as long as you like. If you excuse me, I'm a working girl.
Oh, but Miss McNamara,
Poor Foxy. Just don't understand us men.
Miss McNamara understands us only too thoroughly. That's what aggravates me. To think she takes me so for granted she leaves me in the company with such an unscrupulous agent.
Yeah, she never should have did that.
Just because I was a child when we met, she fails to see how much I'd matured.
Yeah, Foxy's got glass eyes about a lot of things.
Miss McNamara has the most glorious perceiving eyes ever to grace a mortal. And don't you forget it.
Yeah, Harold. They are glorious, ain't they?
Say, Mr. Calhoun, are you busy this afternoon?
Not too busy for you, Harold, my boy. Would you like we should go on a hike or play ball?
I would like we should play cops and robbers with Susie and scare the jelly beans out of her.
Cops and robbers? Yeah, cops and robbers.
Cagey, how would you like to be my agent?
Well,
Yes, Vi.
Susie, Harold's here.
Oh, well, send that young man right in.
Cagey Calhoun is with him.
Cagey?
They want to see Mr. Sands.
Oh, well, just a minute. Mr. Sands, Harold is here.
Wonderful.
Cagey Calhoun is with him.
Cagey Calhoun, in the flesh, Pete, in the flesh.
Mr. Sands will see you in there. Thanks for the lunch, Harold. Yes, Mr. Sands.
Would you please bring...
I'm on my way, boss. Mr. Lemaire's contract.
It may interest you to know, Miss McNamara, that Calhoun has just asked for Harold's release.
Oh?
Is that all you have to say, Miss McNamara?
Well, it's not all I have to say. Now, you listen to me, young man.
Now-
You have a contract with me, and if you think for 1 minute that you can break that agreement, you are sadly mistaken. I may not know very much about nuclear fission, Mr. Lemaire, but I know my law. And if you or Calhoun make any steps to break the... Miss McNamara, what are you doing with that contract?
What contract?
Well, this certainly simplifies things. Thank you, Foxy.
We've never had a dissatisfied client, Mr. Sands. Why should we spoil our record now?
But, Miss McNamara,
Good day, gentlemen.
It certainly is a good day, one of the best days I've had in a long time. Thank you, Foxy, and thank you, Peter. Come on, boy, we're going places. Big places.
Drop us a big postcard if you have the time.
Bye-de-bye.
Goodbye, Harold.
Miss McNamara, what are you doing
Now,
to
Mr.
me?
Sands, there is no reason to get so excited. My tearing up that contract was merely a gesture. I was simply calling Harold's bluff. Now, you know very well that it'll never hold up in court.
I don't intend for it ever to get to court.
And it never will. Harold doesn't want to leave us any more than we want him to leave. He'll be back. Well, you don't think I want him to go, do you? Well, I'd miss that little tyke so
If
that...
Mr. Lemaire is not back, and soon, you won't be around to miss that little tyke.
Yes, sir.
But, kid, don't you understand? We got to let them know on the coast what our plans are.
I will spell it out for you just once more. Maybe this time your nimble brain will grasp the fact that you cannot let them know my plans because so far I haven't made any.
Harold, you're being very difficult.
Maybe we ought to give him back to Foxy.
Ben.
Foxy is pretty foxy. She's probably glad to be rid of him.
I hear she's very broken up over my leaving. If she weren't so darn proud, she'd get down on her hands and knees and beg me to come back.
Look, kid, if you're going to be moping about this all the time, why don't you go and see Foxy? Maybe she'll give you another chance.
Ben, baby.
I should see if she will give me another chance. Ha! That is rich. Why, I wouldn't do that. Would you do it for me?
Look, what is all this talk going on here? We're going places, kids, big places with big people. Convertible, swimming pool, sunshine.
You have a dime.
A dime? Ben, you got a dime?
Yeah, that's just what I do have. One dime.
Thank you. I've got to call my mother.
Ain't that sweet? He's gonna call his mother.
Yes, Vi.
Susie, there's someone on the line wants to speak to you. He says it's Cagey Calhoun.
Oh, well, I'll take it. Hello?
Hiya there, Foxy. This is Cagey Calhoun.
Oh, hello, Cagey. How are you?
Great, just great, Foxy.
Have you got a cold or something, Cagey? You sound different.
I do? Well, as a matter of strict fact, I do have a little cold.
It's Harold.
Harold?
Foxy, the reason I called you was about,
About Harold?
Yes. I called especially to talk to you about the dear boy.
Well, I was very disappointed in the way Harold just picked up and left us after everything we'd done for him.
Well, he didn't mean to leave you. And I'm sure if you asked him nicely, he'd be back in a second. And it's okay with me, Foxy, so, why don't you ask him?
Well, that's very decent of you, Cagey, but I couldn't do that. If Harold wants to come back, he's got to be man enough to forget his pride and own up to his own mistakes.
Oh, he's proud, all right. But he has a great deal to be proud of, don't you think?
Not lately. Well, thanks, Cagey, for calling. I hope your cold is better soon. Bye. Poor little thing.
Poor little traitor, poor little deserter.
No, Vi, this is really my fault. Harold just wanted me to show a little more enthusiasm over his success. But I was so afraid if I joined the rest of the cheering throng, he'd lose his perspective entirely. And I'm afraid I went too far the other way.
He does think the world of you, Susie, and I guess he wants you more than anyone else to be proud of him.
Yes, but he's got to come back here of his own free will.
Susie, it's not going to be easy to get a child like that to put his tail between his legs and come crawling home.
No? Well, then we have to make it easy for him. Some way that won't be embarrassing to him. Now, what can I do? Bye. I want you to call Mrs. Darling and tell her to send Dickie up to see me tomorrow around 1 o'clock and tell her not to come.
Dickie, darling, but Susie, whatever you're going to do, he can't act.
I know it. That's exactly why I want him. Now, tell her I want Dickie to play a very special part and he'll be very well paid for it. Hello, Mrs. Lemaire? Is Harold there? This is Susie McNamara. Oh, well, would you ask him to come in and see me tomorrow around 1 o'clock? Yes, I'd like to talk to him. Fine. Thank you.
Hello, Harold. Long time no see.
Miss Braskins, you've been reading No Count again. Would you please tell Miss McNamara I'm here? She's expecting me. I must say, Miss Braskins, I admire Susie tremendously. Of course, it's not easy to apologize, but then she's a grand person.
Yes, she is. So, she called you in to apologize, hmm?
Well, she didn't come right out and say it, but I know my Susie pretty well.
Just a minute, Harold. She has someone with her right now.
Oh? Well, you just might tell her I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vi?
Mr. Lemaire to see you.
Oh, would you stall him for a few minutes, Vi? Dickie. 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 Would you mind waiting in Mr. Sand's office a few minutes? He's out. You can study your script in there. Oh, the vitality of youth. Come on now. Now, don't touch anything and try to stay awake. Hurry up, here, boy. Come on. Well, Harold. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, too.
Well, won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you.
My. You're looking fine.
Oh, thank you. So are you.
Thank you.
Your message said you wanted to speak to me, Miss McNamara.
Yes, but I don't know exactly how to begin.
Oh, well, just spit it out, Miss McNamara. You'll feel better for it, I'm sure.
Well, my problem...
Now, Miss McNamara, we're old friends. Please be at ease. Smoke if you wish.
Thank you. Well, Harold, I'd like to ask you something. As a matter of fact, I'd like a favor.
A favor?
Yes. Although you haven't given notice that you're leaving the Players yet, we've read so much about your proposed trip to Hollywood that we decided it's wise to find a replacement for you.
A replacement?
Yes, a replacement. So I've called you in to ask you if you'd be good enough to go over the part with him.
You found a replacement?
Well, he's quite different from you, Harold, but I think you'll find his interpretation very interesting. Now, excuse me 1 minute. Dickie? Dickie? There we go, boy.
That is my replacement?
Yes. I don't think you two have met. Mr. Harold Lemaire, this is Dickie Darling.
Miss McNamara, do you mean to tell me you intend to present this child to the public as my successor?
Why, yes.
They'll stone him.
Well, now, wait a minute, Harold. You haven't even heard Dickie read. Shall we go over the part for Harold? That's it, boy. Now, you... No, you gotta stay here. All righty. Let's have this script. Now, are you ready? Good night, Joey.
Night, Mama.
Sleep tight. Try to forget all that's happened today.
I will. Good night, Mama. I love you. Miss McNamara, could I have a word with you before your sparkling discovery and and puts us all to sleep?
Quite certainly.
Out there, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Dickie?
Is that the best you could dig up, Miss McNamara?
Well, I know his performance needs work, but that's why I called you. Because I thought you could help him.
Me? Well, what do you think I am?
You want me to answer that? What's going on here? I thought you and me were going to be pals. And now your mother tells me you're hanging around in the enemy camp all day.
Oh, relax, Cagey. I just invited Harold over to meet the little genius who's going to replace him in the show.
Huh? Genius indeed.
Oh, you found another kid like Harold, Foxy?
Oh, no, he's quite different. You know, sort of offbeat. More the relaxed, naturalistic type of actor.
But you think he's pretty good, huh?
Oh, Cagey, I could safely say that Dickie Darling is the most children I've ever met.
Well, you're going to let me have a little look at him, aren't you, Foxy?
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that, Cagey.
Oh, come on, Foxy, you can trust me. After all, I just want a little peek at him. You know, boy geniuses don't grow on trees.
I know of one who ought to be swinging from one.
Harold. Well, all right, Cagey, okay. I'll let you see him. But now remember, no dirty work.
Scout's honor.
Miss McNamara, I'm not going to let you do it.
Do what?
Put Dickie in my part. Why, just think of what it would do to the play. It would have to close. Think of all the poor actors and the crew and the backers.
Yes, I think you've got something there, Harold.
And think of what it would do to you. Why, Dickie would make you the laughingstock of this town, and I couldn't stand that.
Oh, well, you wouldn't hear all those stories way off in Hollywood.
Hollywood? I'm not going to Hollywood. How can I? It's obvious you can't replace me in the show. I'll just have to stay. And it's also obvious I can't get along without you. I hope you'll let me stay.
Oh, Harold, honey, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Susie, I guess you do appreciate me now?
I should say I appreciate you right now. Because right now you're showing what a fine little gentleman you are.
Ah, Dickie boy, you and me's gonna be real pals. That's what a growing boy like you needs, a pal, not an agent. Why, we're gonna play baseball and football, go on hikes, eat hot dogs.
Now there's a combination.
The funny thing about combinations, Harold, If you just relax and be yourself, you usually wind up with the people you like the most and want to be with.
And I'm with you.
Oh, you are.